Hi, my name is Ben Murray and I'm a project manager at Project Hub 360. I'm also the project manager for the INTEGRANO project. So this video is to introduce you to the INTEGRANO data management tool, which is software developed by Project Hub 360. European research projects like INTEGRANO are typically data heavy. They generate and utilize data from a wide range of sources. Now, INTEGRANO is a relatively complex project. We have 13 partners who between them are producing and evaluating approximately 20 different nanomaterials and their resulting nano-enabled products. So this process involves partners sending samples to one another and in data being collected using a wide range of experimental techniques and also data being produced using computational modeling. So this means that each single nanomaterial or nano-enabled product will have a wide variety of data associated with it. And so in INTEGRANO, where we will use all of this data to generate safer and more sustainable nanomaterials and nano-enabled products, the challenge is for us to collect and organize all of the data in a way which is useful and where we can keep track of where the data came from, what it represents, and also to ensure that data is complete, that enough useful data has been collected to avoid the researchers having to go back and repeat experiments. At the same time as helping us with the management of the data, we wanted the software to also help us in the management of the project, including acting as a tool in the production and evaluation of the nanomaterials and nano-enabled products. So for example, helping us identify which partner does what and when will the samples be delivered, and what stage is the work at. Our data management tool allows us to manage both the data generated within the project, but also the logistical elements. And so the way it works is through the creation of a digital representation of the work to be performed. So essentially we are creating a digital twin where all the important detail is collected that describes the work that is being performed, such as experimental parameters that will be probed, the equipment that will be used, and also the partners who are involved in this particular element of experimental work. So the software is very intuitive and user-friendly. There's no training required, so any researcher can easily construct the digital representation of the work. And the researcher can create a digital twin of each life cycle stage of a nanomaterial. So for example, its synthesis, its incorporation into a nano-enabled product, the use phase, and also the end of life of the nanomaterial or nano-enabled product. And so through the information entered in these digital twins, we are essentially informing the software as to who is responsible for each element of the work, and all of this information forms the basis of the management of the logistical elements of the project. So we can link the digital twin of each nanomaterial lifecycle stage together to produce an overall digital twin of the full nanomaterial life cycle. So for example, we can take a synthesis life cycle stage, as I'm selecting here, and we can link that to an incorporation life cycle stage. Now we can repeat this and add in the use phase and end of life cycle stages to give a full overview of a nanomaterial life cycle. Now the reason why these digital twins are so important is that through the information entered by the researcher, the software knows what experiments will be performed and what parameters are being probed. And so from this, it calculates the number of experiments to be performed, and it therefore expects that that data will be provided. And so it creates space for that data to be entered in the linked INTEGRANO database. So through the use of this software, the researchers understand the type and quantity of data that is required to be entered, and they can therefore see if there is any data missing. So through this approach, we are ensuring data completeness. So as mentioned earlier, from the data entered into the software, it knows which partner will provide the nanomaterial or nano-enabled product for each element of work, and it also knows which partner is requesting the nanomaterial or nano-enabled product. So to support the work between the partners within the project, we've built an order function into the software. So this enables partners to order materials between each other, and it enables each partner to see the status of the order, so whether the order has been received, if it is underway, or if the material has been dispatched. So this aids significantly with the organisation of the work to be performed within the project. And from a project management point of view, it allows a complete overview of the status of work that is ongoing within the project. So through the INTEGRANO data management tool, all of the data associated with each nanomaterial or nano-enabled product within the project can be identified and traced. So data associated with the synthesis of a nanomaterial can be traced right the way through the life cycle, the full life cycle of that nanomaterial, all the way through to its incorporation into a nano-enabled product, through its use phase, and right through to the end of life. So the software also allows the progress of the work to be performed, to be monitored, and also the completeness of the data can be evaluated. So this helps with another aim of the project, which is to adhere to the fair data principles. So this essentially means that we want as much as possible of the data generated by the INTEGRANO project to be findable and reusable after the lifetime of the project. So we don't want the data to be lost when the project ends. So we want the data to be complete and well described so that researchers in the future can make use of it. So the data management tool helps us to achieve this. It helps to ensure that the data is complete and well described when it is entered into the project database. So in conclusion, we have developed a very useful tool for the management of data within the INTEGRANO project. But the great thing about the software is that it is readily customizable. So we can adapt it for use in virtually any other project funded by the EU and elsewhere. So the software therefore offers a new holistic approach to data management whilst offering enhanced functionality for the management of project logistics. So many thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions about any aspect of what has been presented, please don't hesitate to get in touch with the team at Project Hub 360. And continue to visit safeandsustainablebydesign.eu to keep track of the latest developments in SSbD. Thank you.